What is going on, YouTube? It is LordZhangFei bringing you another video today. Today we're going to be looking at my level 99 Amazon, sticking with the Necromancer hybrid theme I've been doing for the last few characters. This character is really fun. Super fun way to play a Bowzon. Let's just show you off, or show her off. Oh, we might need our mercenary. So the way this thing works is like layers of damage. Obviously, Bowzons are pretty trash. Let's just be honest here. This is not 1.08 anymore. And if you'll notice, there's a lot going on here. Of course, we're on Players 1. It's nothing to brag about, but it is a fun way to play an Amazon if you're looking for something a little different. It is not too expensive, and yeah, she's a eye opener when you go into a public room. People are like, "What the fuck is going on?" Because I don't know if you're not watching what's going on here, but the strategy is pretty simple, and that's that you never get hit. Of course, we're working off of procs here, so nothing's guaranteed, but that confuse proc is what is up. Of course, we got the harmony on the secondary for our summons and for the vigor. So you definitely want to use your decoy quite a bit. That we do max out decoy, Valkyrie. Since we're 100% pure strafe, no need for any other skills. Not even worth it. We do have a level 32. That is in order to hit the minimum 10 arrows per strafe. That is actually not listed in your skill tab. According to the Amazon Basin, it is hidden information. Kraken shell, huh? See what this ghost wand is. 3 spear. So we also are working with the Hydras that's coming from our dragon armor. Definitely a fun way to play. I know it is not a Necromancer skill, but it's looking it looks pretty satanic, let's just be honest. You know, like I'm summoning the dragon's head from the pits of hell. And of course we do have the bone spear behind that with our brand. You know, overall this you know, it's OP. It's too bad that you couldn't get strafe on like an O skill, because if you could get strafe as an O skill and you could do this as a sorceress and you were to have all these hydras be synergized, oh my god, it would be, look at that, that was like 6 spawns in 1 second. Now the interesting thing about hydra is that it has a 1.6 second delay for you to spawn another one. It's one of the few spells in this game that have a casting delay. So as a sorceress, you can only spawn, you know, 5 or 6 hydras. I think the real number is 6. And right here, 1, 2, 3, 4. We already spawned 4 in like 1 second. So things can get pretty interesting if the dice rolls in your favor here. It looks like it's over here. Now we do have a teleport amulet for that. And for the rare times that we are going to be using revive. Honestly, revive with no auras, it's just gimmicky. You know, I'm just going to be honest. That's why I didn't want to go with a revive Amazon, because let's just be real, it's gimmicky. There's no backing to it at all. They're just kind of there. But if we do get like some Erdars or some Death Lords, you know, that would be ideal. See, these guys are immune to physical, but look at all these hydras. There is so many that it's not even a problem. This would be the time where I wish I had some corpse explosion. That is a way to go instead of doing... That's a perfect example of when it would have been cool. Now I have a bone hew in my stash, and if we do need corpse explosion, I can throw that on my secondary. It does swap out the harmony, which really helps with the vigor. I mean, I can just run really fast, you know. Another cool thing is there's quite a few safety nets on this build here with Delerium that we are using here. of course, for the confused, but it also does come with, you know, a certain % chance to cast Terror and Mind Blast. I think combined it's 20 if you're hit, as well as amplified damage. So if you are running into some immune to physicals and you possibly did need it to break a resistance, you could kind of throw yourself out there and get hit. But, you know, we do Bale Walk with this one. It's one of those characters where you're just hanging out, maybe ate too many edibles and you're just kind of chilling. Want to do a little bit of MFing, or you're looking for some kind of white item. Whatever it may be, you're not playing serious when you're playing this, because obviously the kill speed is nowhere near as fast as, you know, a hammered in, or, you know. Pretty good though. I mean, for what it is. And it looks rad, you know. Pretty funny to go into a public room with this Amazon here. People are always asking me all kinds of questions. I've never really seen the dragon armor paired with Strafe before for this Hydra effect here, but honestly, it's fucking rad, man. I mean, look at those immune to physicals. They died instantly. And it's, of course, way more Hydras than you could ever get as a sorceress. So, and then that confuse on top of it is just money in the bank, you know. It's like we're running low on arrows. We might do a little swap here. Oops, sorry we're doing that. It's all good. Our Hydras are holding down the fort. We'll get to Bale eventually. Let me know what you guys think of the build in the comments. I'll go over the gear after we do this little run here. These guys are immune to fire, so gotta hit them with the bone spears. In a group like that, though, that bone spear is going through like 3 of those guys at a time, which is just more damage. I got it all written down. I'll go over it all. I think it's like 1.2k damage with the amount of shots I can do per second. And that's if it only goes through one character. Right there, that guy in the back is getting laid out with those things. And again, it's not much damage up front, but it's all in layers, you know. The Hydras, the arrows, the confuse, you know, because they are hurting themselves too. Here we go. I did not run into any revives worthy. I think we got some dolls. These guys are my favorite. Now notice we only do have 900 health, okay? Like, you don't need health with this guy. You're gonna be never getting hit. Use your decoy, and you just sit back. Before they can even hit you, they're already confused and hitting each other. And if they're not, they're hitting this decoy here. I mean, it's just like... works real well. You may want to consider maybe putting some points, if you wanted to play a little bit different than this, into Immolation Arrow or some other form of damage like that. But honestly, I'm just not seeing a point to it, really. To me, this looks like it's good enough. I mean, look at all those Hydras. That is stacked. Holy shit. That's beautiful. Definitely kind of feels like a Necromancer, in my opinion. Imagine if a Necromancer could have, you know, this, and that bone spear was synergized. This thing would be breaking the game, like straight up. Look at that Scourge, you never know. I like collecting cool magic items. I think our Merc is taking a little... Oh, he's poisoned, that's why. Oh, see, even when you make mistakes like that and you spawn right in the middle of these Venom Lords, which generally will take you out, you know, we have such good life leech as well that, you know, money. These guys do take a little bit longer. They're always immune to fire. But I had them in a good, like, concentrated area, so I was able to use that bone spear damage to my benefit here. It's like our Valkyries just taking hits. I have learned that Valkyries can be total bosses. I've never really put a bunch of points into them, but with this build, I only feel the need to use Strafe. There's no other need. Go kill Bale real quick. This does take, you know, this isn't fast. You could also do something to make this faster. You know, you wanted to have on your secondary. That's kind of the way this build works. But I just do the harmony because I like the vigor, and I also like the ability to have revives, even if it's not, you know, something that I'm going to do quite often. This is bringing back terrible memories of doing Ubers with a Bowzon. 0 out of 10. I do not recommend that, like, at all. Some of the worst fights I've had. The last time I was playing, I was, what was I doing? Oh yeah, that was with the Wind Force, the 08 Wind Force. Ugh. Never again. Never, ever again. Alright, Bale, you're gonna die eventually here. This is the problem with the Bowzon. She just is not good with bosses. Especially ones with good resists. You know, because the conviction ain't taking him down to 0, so we're not even doing max damage. A whole bunch of trash. Well, that is her in action. Let's go look over the gear real quick. And we will be out of here. Get that Rona. Just kidding. Brand, of course. Such an awesome bow. I put mine in a Grand Matron bow. Just because hitting the breakpoints was not too hard. Delerium, the Helm you never want to use, but somehow makes sense in this one. 1% chance to cast Delerium. That's always fun when that happens. So yeah, don't do that. But you know, we need to confuse. It makes such a big difference. Here's my teleport amulet. It's nothing special. I prefer having a little bit more faster cast rate. I think the breakpoint's 32 or something, so the 19 does make a difference. Because I do have 2 10 FCR rings. Look at this thing. One of my favorite rings I own. US West non-ladder. Awesome. This one's pretty good too. Combined those to 142 resistance. That's spectacular. This build is horrible for resistance. If you'll notice, there's no resistance on any of this gear at all. So that's either you got to stack it on the amulet here, which you can, but that's going to get kind of pricey. Eventually, I might upgrade this. I don't know. Maybe not. My boots. Oh, yeah. Maybe these were in another video or something. I use these pretty frequently. They don't get much better than that. Now, here's kind of the weird thing about this build is I use Death's Hand and Death's Guard. Why do I do this? Well, because I just think the 30% increased attack speed and the poison length reduced by 75% is absolutely spectacular and can only be achieved with this combo while obtaining cannot be frozen. Of course, we do really need the extra faster cast rate, I think. Just when we do teleport, and we need the resistance, so using a Raven Frost really didn't make much sense. So you can kind of use whatever you want with these. These are the 3 main items, and we do, of course, the Harmony. That's a fun bow to use as well, but it doesn't really hold up as well. I feel like the Bone Spear just really does the better damage. We also have a Blood Raven's Charge. You know, I can use that sometimes just for fun. It's not that great. Crushing Blow, which is socketed with, it's not helpful. Again, Bone Heal, if you want to use this as secondary for the Corpse Explode charges up, that makes a big difference. In that one situation with the immune and physicals, the 50% fire splash damage from that would have just leveled those guys. It would have been game. They save you a little bit of time. Maybe it's the better option than Harmony, but maybe not. Enigma. Oh yeah, this build is trash. I'm not using Enigma, so hold on. Here you go. See? Now it's a GG build. See how that works? I feel like everyone always thinks you need to use Enigma. You know, you can walk in this game too. You don't have to zip around and teleport. And if you... I get it. You know, you don't want to get stuck. You get a teleport amulet, and then you don't get stuck anymore. So, my opinion. Now check these out. Ooh, those are very hard to find. I'm just kidding. I got the whole set at once. Not full None's chain here, but they are godly, and I'm sure this took quite a few seasons for these to all drop perfect. Shout out to the guy who hooked me up on those. Pretty basic. Yeah, torch Anni. I like having a cube. The Scourge is going to be awesome. What the hell is Kane? Kane was like morphing into my Valkyrie. That sneaky bastard. We'll be wearing a dress soon. Wow, this looks like something straight out of Diablo 1, huh? King Scourge of Transcendence. Ah, that's pretty cool. That is like a Diablo 1 throwback right here. Word. Well, that's the gear. That's about it. Oh, wait. Skills. Yeah, I've been talking about it, though. Strafe. Max it out, of course. But you need to get to 32. That's important. Okay, because like I said, it doesn't tell you the minimum targets you're going to be attacking on this screen. And then level is 32. And to achieve that, I actually need to get a 1 to the utterly useless Bowen's Crossbow Skills GC. So they actually do serve a purpose. This build, only 1 though, because you're not going to make up that skill anywhere else. Pretty much impossible, unless you want. There's just no way, actually. Like I said, resists are horrible, so you better pony up the GGs or lose a couple of these charms. Because, that screen, simple. I don't put too many points into Vitality. I could rock this build at 500 hit points easily. I just put a few points in last time I respected. This build can literally go the longest time without getting hit, as long as you just kind of use your decoy, you know? That's all you got to do. You've got guys coming, decoy, and that's it. Everyone's confused. Hope you guys like it. It's a fun build. I didn't give her a name. Pierce, Critical Strike, Valkyrie, Decoy. Literally a very, very godly Valkyrie. We don't put points into Penetrate because we're going to be using Conviction, of course, so their defense is in the dumps. There's no reason to juice it up. Our 5,900 attack rating is more than enough. Crown of Thieves, Fortitude. You guys know the deal. No points into this. That's it. Hope you guys liked the video. Throw it down in the comments what class you want to see next. What do I got left? I got a Sorceress, a Barbarian, a Druid, and I think that's it. Oh, and an Assassin. That Assassin is wicked. Assassins kind of come almost pre-Necro for you with that Corpse Explosion, Death Sentry. Thing is messy. That's a fun character too. You guys take it easy. I'll check you out on the next video. Peace.